up, y'all? Welcome back to another channel, and today we're just gonna be sitting here doing a little chat. I thought about a video I wanted to do, so we're gonna title this "The Things I Wish I Would Have Known Before Becoming a Mom," because I need some advice on a lot of things I just have questions on, and I want to see how you guys feel about it. So I wrote some things down in my notes that I wanted answers to. So I just wrote them down as they came to mind. So I'm gonna read them off so I can see how y'all feel about it or whatever. So my first question would be, so this was a scenario. I went to the beach and came on my cycle. And when I get back home, I tried to hide my things or whatever, and my daughter asked me, why did I have blood on my clothes? I thought to myself, I wish I knew how to have conversations with my children at the right time. Like, how would I explain it to her? Like, why did mommy have blood on her clothes? Or I don't know when is the right time to have the right conversation and the right words. Because as a child, my mama passed away when I was 6 years old. My dad, he was never in the picture. So no one never really sat down with me and had these type of conversations. So that would be my first question, like, how or when do you have conversations with your children at the right time? Then, so this is the second question. My son acts like a baby and wants to be under me 24/7 like my youngest, which is 3. And he argues with her a lot, and I have to explain to him she's a toddler and he's older. And when he falls out, he cries about certain things, and I tell him, you're acting like a baby, you're too old to be acting like that. But I had to realize I didn't give him a chance to be a baby, because when he was 1, I got pregnant and had another child just when he was a baby. So that's another thing I wish I knew before becoming a mom, which is to take your time when having your children, to spread them out, because each child needs their own time to get that attention from you and to feel cared for by you. So yeah. And then another one is things I wish I knew before becoming a mom, which is learning how to cook, because I don't know how to cook. So when I go to the grocery store, I get the usual, the chicken, I know how to fry chicken, and the regular macaroni and easy stuff like that. But as I say again, no one ever really taught me how to cook. So I'm learning. I go on TikTok, I find different things, and I try to follow, the steps. But I need to get better. I need to learn how to cook. So on this channel, we also will be learning how to cook, because your girl got a household of 5, and we need to eat. And I got a husband, and I know he be looking at me crazy, like, okay, so what I'm gonna eat today? And I be thinking to myself, like, when am I gonna feed this man? I'm supposed to serve him, and he's supposed to serve me too, which he does. But I'm supposed to feed my family. I got children. What I'm gonna cook today? I can't feed them noodles. I can't feed them bologna sandwiches and ham sandwiches. So your girl needs to learn how to get up in that kitchen and get to going. I'm gonna need some cookbooks or something. So my next one is how to have a childlike imagination. How to think of different things they could do at home that could be considered fun. For instance, my sister had, she'll save her toilet tissue rolls. And when my kids came over one day, she was like, I got a project for y'all. She laid the towel out on the table. She had paint and stuff like that. And she just let them paint the toilet tissue rolls, whatever color they wanted to paint them. And she tied them together like binoculars. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. I would have never thought of that. So, yeah. I wish I knew how to do arts and craft experiments. I never thought of that I want to learn how to do as a mom, because I want my children to think of me as fun and and find different things to just spend time with them and not let them always be on their electronics. The next thing is learning it's okay to call for help when not knowing what to do for a child in certain situations when you're overwhelmed, because if it's someone who knows something you don't know, it will be okay so that you don't feel like a failure. Like most times I don't know things because I didn't have a mom to teach me, so I'll try to call their grandfather, my sister-in-law, my aunts, or whatever. So that will be another thing, just learning how to call for help without feeling like a failure. What is something I wish I knew before becoming a mom is how to know if I'm being a great mom to my children, because you may think you're being a great mom and it's taking out the right amount of time for each child, but to find out it's going the complete opposite. How to know if I'm being a great mom, how to take out the right amount of time for each child so that they have one-on-one just with me by themselves. Yeah, that's that, because I feel like if I'm spending time with one child, like for instance, letting them wash dishes, another child wants me to themselves for something different. And if I don't give them that time right then, I had one of my children tell me, "Mom, you don't love me because you're doing this with such and such." So I wish I would have known how to take out the right amount of time for each child, because I have 3 kids and I'm like, well, I could do this with all of them, but each one of them need their own time. The next thing is how to tell the signs if someone has done something to your child that hurts them in general or sexually, or if they're just in a place where they feel like you're their safe space and being close to you makes them feel protected. Like for instance, I took my daughter to my cousin's house and to her grandparents' house, and she just acted out. She wasn't herself. She was crying. She kept calling me to come and get her, and I don't know if it's because somebody done something to her, or if she just feels like in this moment in time that I'm her safe space, and without me she doesn't feel safe. So that's my thing. Just how to tell the signs if somebody done something to my child, or if they just feel like right now they don't feel safe and they just want to have that one-on-one with me all the time. And the next one is how you can't take everyone's opinion on parenting your child, because everyone parenting is different and everyone doesn't have the same mindset when raising up your children with a different mindset. Like taking advice from other people. Oh, you should whoop your child, or you should do this, you should punish them, but then you think that it's best to talk to your child to take things away from them. Because as a child, like, when you get in trouble, and I used to just look at my grandmother and just used to stare at her, or stare at my auntie when she would hit me or slap me in the face, and she didn't like that. Like, looking at them was like a threat to them or whatever. So my parenting is when my child is upset and she's just staring at me, or he's just staring at me, I don't just haul off and slap them or hit them. I politely ask them, can you please excuse yourself because mommy needs a minute. I don't want to hurt you and I don't want to hurt myself. So to sustain from hitting you, from physically harming you, can you please go to your room for a minute? So that's the thing. Learning how to not take everybody's advice when it comes to parenting or punishing your child. The next thing I learned that I wish I knew before becoming a mom is healing from your traumas. You need to be healed from your trauma, because your fears of what happened to you can unknowingly put your mindset off on your children by making them paranoid, afraid to try things, or drive them to keep secrets and explore parts of the world you are trying to protect them from. But since you were smothering them and keeping them locked away from the world, it'll drive them out to seek those things. So that's my thing. I wish that before becoming a mom, I was healed from my traumas of being sexually abused, my traumas from drowning, from water, and just being around crowds of people, because as I go out into the world, by me being sexually abused, I always think that somebody's going to do it to my children. So when they're around certain people, family members, whoever, I try to keep them. I always tell them, come sit by me, come here with me, and that'll drive somebody crazy or make them paranoid, like that person is going to do something to them. Or when we go into the beach or a pool or something like that, and I'm constantly holding on to them by their clothes and telling them, no, you cannot go out there. No, you cannot do that, because that's gonna hurt you. When they're ready to jump out there and try it for themselves, and I'm holding them back, so it's making them afraid when they do go into these environments. The next thing is what I wish I knew before becoming a mom is how to listen to your child's every word, because it all ties together somehow, and it could save them from disaster. So my daughter would come to me and tell me certain things like, oh, mommy, I know you said not to keep secrets, but such and such got a girlfriend, or such and such this happened. And I'd be like, okay, I brush it off. But then the next few days coming, everything ties together back into what she just told me, because like she came and told me, oh, my brother has a girlfriend. Then I find out he's texting somebody online on the game, which could be a grown ass man, a pedophile, or anything. So I go and teach him about those things. So learning how to listen to my child's every word. And then my last one would be what I wish I would have knew before becoming a mom is how to take a fear away from a child that has experienced something that you have witnessed, but they were an infant, so they can't even remember, but grows to have a fear of something you have shown them that wasn't there. Okay, so I wish I knew before becoming a mom was how to really pray, pray over my children, pray over my home, and just have the right words. I wish I knew how to take a fear away from a child, because my son is scared of something that's not there. He's scared of the closet, but if the closet is wide open and I'm constantly telling him there's nothing there, he's still panicking, it's something there that's gonna attack him. So I wish I knew how to take that fear away, because it's driving me crazy, and I can't constantly keep whooping him. I can't constantly keep yelling at him because he's afraid of something I can't take away from him. When he was a baby, I'm telling you guys, he just used to scream and holler when he was a baby, and he would be asleep, eyes closed and everything, and I just used to have to shake him as an infant and turn on all the lights in the house and say, wake up, mom's here, listen to my voice, mom here, listen to my voice. And then his dad was asleep one time, and he was on the side of his dad's sleep, and I was at work, and his dad told me, I put the baby next to me when I was asleep. I'm telling you, it wasn't a dream. When I woke up, he was gone, and the living room light was on, and I heard voices or whatever. I heard voices in the living room, and I dozed back off, and I'm like, this a dream. And then when I opened my eyes again, he was there in the bed. So he feels like somebody had taken my baby out of the bed and was in the living room with my child. So I don't know what may happen. I don't know, spiritually or whatever. Something attacked my baby when he was an infant, trying to speak something over his life. So those were the questions I wrote down that I thought of, that I wish I knew before becoming a mom. Because as me being, I'm not a first time mom because I have 3 children, but this is my first time doing everything with them, because I don't have a mom and I didn't have nobody to teach me these things. So I'm learning as it go, and I just have a lot of questions on things I wish I would have known before even having children, because sometimes I be lost for real. But I'm growing, I'm getting there. I'm a great mom to them, I know. So those are my questions to you. So I hope you like this video. Please leave some comments down below and tell me what you think. I would like advice from you guys. And just subscribe to my channel, like I said, because I'm a stay consistent for y'all. I'm gonna keep these videos coming, and I'm just being my raw, authentic self. A girl following her passion on doing content creation. And I hope I see you guys tomorrow in the next video, and I'll have something new for y'all. See y'all later.